Coach. Thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Mike. Ready? Black 25. No chance.
Play action now. Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Slade gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Check 31. Sponge.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And he fends him off. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check 4. Pick the edge. Go. Watch out. Alert flare.
Murray now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
23 yards on the play.
1st down, Bills.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston caught by Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. It is 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Yo.
From the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Let me go.
On 2nd down now. It's Howard. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? You ready? Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Jameis to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Switch.
On 1st down, Slade, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains.
Watch by 4. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Murray from midfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. But it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
That good for 19 on a first down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
That's caught at the 3. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also...
He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming. Check. Crouch. Kill.
2nd down. Murray sets to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
To throw is Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 27, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now a throw here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Murray now to throw. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Following the interception, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now Murray off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on.
Winston taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Sponge. No. Run back. Switch. Check 90.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Ready. Black 22. Watch tight end.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. A third-quarter score now from MetLife Stadium, and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Whip.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check. Gotta do better. Come on.
Here's Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st down, Slade, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
6 down, check 6 down. Switch. Ready, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Slade. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Murray now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play fake, Murray. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 14. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check safety, check safety. Switch.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Winston. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Rashad Penny. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Winston now, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have taken the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This is Howard on second down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Slade, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Murray going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Again, it's Howard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second down, it's Howard. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They go with Howard again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Penny. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So
well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Buffalo, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.